Welcome to the Lycoming Mall in Pennsdale, Pennsylvania, in its final week of operations. As of publishing this video, the Lycoming Mall is permanently closed and is awaiting a buyer and redevelopment. But let's hit inside one final time, take one final walk, and tell the story one final time. In 1975, plans for a new shopping mall were in the works for the Williamsport community. The new mall would feature 674,000 square feet of retail space and would feature three anchors, Hess's, Sears, and a GB department store. The company behind this project would be Crown American Developers of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. At the time, Crown American would be building other legendary malls along with the Lycoming Mall. The Lycoming Mall would become the second largest of Crown American's 15 shopping malls within Pennsylvania and Maryland. The Hess's department store at the mall opened on March 1, 1978, with others shortly following. The Lycoming Mall as a whole held its grand opening on July 15, 1978, with the anchors being present except for Sears, which would open 2 weeks later. In November 1978, the Hannity Arch was dedicated. The 55-foot wide steel arch rises 100 feet into the air at the entrance to the mall near Interstate I-180. The sculptor, Hannity, constructed of a type of steel that would change over about 18 months, from an original rusty color to today's darker brown color as it is today, and that sculpture still remains out in the entrance to the mall. That still remains to this day, and although the mall is closed, that will still remain up. In 1985, the mall underwent a $4.7 million expansion that added 115,800 square feet and a Bon-Ton department store, and then a JCPenney moved from downtown Williamsport to the mall to have this new expansion in late 1980s. This new expansion would be adding a new concourse and 2 new anchors, now bringing the total anchor space to 5 anchors. Also during this time in 1985, Crown American will be holding its 35th anniversary, with the company now accomplishing 20 malls. Okay, so right here on our right is the former Annie Ann's Pretzels. And then right here we're looking at the former, there was a former deli shop here. And then up here, this blue and yellow place was an Orange Julius. Now, when I was here back in, I believe it was 2021, one of my many visits here, all three of those businesses were open, and I actually patronized all three of those businesses. The deli was really good. I really like the deli. Orange Julius was really good, and Annie Ann's was obviously good. They are always good. But they had three eating places in 2021, I believe, when I was here. When I came back here, the next visit, I believe I visited in sometime in 2022. I was really sad to see those places gone. So that really was really sad to see those places gone, because the food there was really good at the deli, and just really sad to see those go. In 1992, GB's would become a Value City department store when Value City would buy out the GB chain. In 2003, the mall was handed over to Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Trust when Priat acquired Crown American. The Value City would last until 2008, when they announced they were closing. The now shuttered Value City would then become a Burlington coat factory in May that same year. In January 2015, Priat would put the mall up for sale. However, it would take up to a year to find a customer. The buyer of the mall would end up being Kohan Retail Investment Group for $26.35 million on March 22, 2016. In March 2017, Macy's would close the Lycoming Mall as a part of closing 68 stores nationwide. JCPenney followed shortly after, closing the stores on July 31, 2017, as a part of closing 138 stores nationwide. If things couldn't get any worse, Sears announced that they would be closing in 2018, with the store closing in January. The former Macy's was sold for over $500,000 to MC Stores Lycoming LLC in 2018, and that still remains today, and I think that's going to still remain open. In 2018, the Bon-Ton at the mall also closed due to the company's bankruptcy, and that we're looking straight ahead at that former space. In August 2018, the mall lost power due to Kohan not paying its PPL electric bill, but reopened the next day. Lycoming Mall faced share sale in February 2019 due to unpaid bills from the Lycoming County Water and Sewer Authority. However, the auction did not occur due to a partial payment by Kohan at the last second. In late 2021, the Dick's Sporting Goods at the mall moved to the Lycoming Crossing Shopping Center. That's actually where most tenants in here moved. Some more notable ones was Bath & Body Works and the Old Navy that we just saw back behind us. Here again we see more neglect from Kohan because Lycoming Mall was scheduled to go to share sale in May 2022 due to unpaid bills of almost $240,000 from the Lycoming County Water and Sewer Authority. However, the sale was later canceled after Kohan paid almost $300,000 in bills and fees at the last minute again. Some redevelopment plans have been proposed by Famvest Partners LLC that would involve the sale and partial demolition of the mall, with the mall being repurposed to mixed use. However, finally, in mid-February 2023, ownership gave notices to vacate the remaining interior stores except for the Books A Million and the Burlington. The Lycoming Mall's interior closed on February 24th, 2023, just about a week after my visit. However, just a day after my visit, the Maurice's and the T-Mobile would close, with the rest closing soon after, and Burlington and Books A Million closing their mall entrance. The last day of the Lycoming Mall is very surreal, however, with the music in the mall still playing and signs posted throughout saying "Thanks for the memories," and security guards still patrolling and moving mall benches, planters, and vending machines into empty storefronts. Okay, so right here are the former Foot Locker spaces, and this actually was the former Woolworth space. So, if you know the history of Woolworth, then you know Foot Locker plays a role. And ironically, the old Woolworth space became all the Foot Lockers. And here I'm actually going to show you something very interesting. In the former Kids Foot Locker, there is a store fixture still up on the ceiling, which is really cool. You'll see that here. I thought that was really cool that they still had that left up, and it looks really strange inside of this vacant store. So there you go. I would like to thank everyone for watching my video, and if you enjoyed, please give the video a like, and if you are not already, please subscribe to my channel. As always, I wish you well, and until next time, I will see everyone in the next video.